Hey guys, so the past this week, I didn't make any videos. It's been like kind of like a very difficult week for me. So I thought I'd share it. I did want to share it in a moment, but it was just so much that I just couldn't. So I had 2 days that like really tried me, yesterday and Wednesday. Yesterday was so bad I almost like just was like, forget it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. It could mainly be because they're asking me, like, well, a lot of the conversation recently has just been about the person who molested me. I kind of feel like I'm being forced to say they were a bad person, even though I don't really feel that way. Like, I love this person, and it's just kind of hard to distinguish that, yeah, what they were doing is wrong. Yes, I know that. I cognitively know that. And I know that if I had children, I would not want that to happen to them. At the same time, I'm still in a place to where that's love to me. Like, I love them, and, they're no longer here, and I miss them. I find myself sometimes sitting at their home where they used to live, as a peace of mind. I guess I'm not fully, completely over their death. I guess that's the main problem. But I literally was at a point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, having to be this vulnerable is really hard. And I just wanted to say, fuck it. So I had to, like, call my dad. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, it doesn't take an hour to drive to Florida. You got to take the whole 24 hours. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? And I'm just like, you know what? I get it. Nothing's going to change overnight, and I need to talk about this, and I completely understand, but it's so hard. Oh, this is my first video in my house. It's probably a mess right now. I'm going to have a really dark house. I don't really like a lot of light, but I prefer doing videos in my car because I just like being in my car. I don't know, it's kind of like soothing and a place for me to just be myself. I thought about doing this in the bathroom because I kind of like the bathroom too. Either place, solitude is fucking awesome. But ignore all the hammering because I'm getting a new circuit breaker or something. I don't know. I got a new landlord. It's like they're doing a lot. But anyways, so, oh, and this is my fat cat. Say hi, Riley. That's all he does. He's nothing spectacular. But yeah, I'm having to talk about, like, my feelings for him, which, I mean, I guess I'll share. Like, I love that man. Like, that man is the only man to me that's ever really loved me, and cared for me and took care of me and made sure that I was okay, made me feel safe. As an adult now, I do understand what he was doing is wrong, but that does not change the fact that I love him and he means the world to me, I guess. And I guess it's fucked up because any relationship I've had, I've looked for qualities of either my father or that man. And it's like, that's fucked up, I guess you can say. I mean, it was only really like one relationship where I did not look for that, and that was my ex-girlfriend. Like, she was amazing, and I guess she kind of showed me like another way of love, and the love that she provided me was genuine love. Of course, I fucked that relationship up, the depression kicked in, and I didn't think she really loved me. I didn't have shit when we met. I was homeless and broke and jobless and shit. Only thing I could do was cook and clean, and that made me feel real incompetent. Like, she's working all these doubles and shit to provide for us, and yeah, so that's how that went. I fucked that relationship up, I'll admit it. Most people can't admit that they fucked up relationships. I fucked that relationship up big time. I spent like a whole year crying about it or whatever. That's not about this video. But anyway, well, I'll share that in another video, I promise. But like, this man literally has a hold on me even though he's not here. And it's sad. It's really sad because I would like to move forward past this situation, past this trauma. And I just don't feel like I ever will be able to because I have a lot of unanswered questions about that situation between me and my mom. And then, being molested or raped is not the easiest thing to get over. Like, it makes sex hard. It makes dating hard. Like, it's always something. I can always vividly bring it up. I can relate anything I go to in life to him or what happened. And I guess it's like sometimes you don't want to get over it, I guess. Because it's like the only memories I really have of him is spending time with him. And they were good times and I was happy. And now you're telling me like I got to get rid of my happiness, kind of, sort of, I guess. So, I mean, I'm still figuring it out. And, I mean, that's what this journey, I guess, is about. Let's consider this a diary at this point. I'm just trying to figure out how this is supposed to help me get over it when I don't necessarily feel like he's a bad person. I just feel like, you know, shit happens, but he still loved me, right? I guess that's something I gotta ask myself. So I was told I should write 4 letters, one to him as myself, like how I feel, one to him as if, you know, I do know, you know, the cognitive side, he is wrong and whatever. And then 2 in reply back of him writing back to me and what I would think he would say for both of them. And I'm just kind of hesitant on it. I've been thinking about it and I want to write it, but I can't necessarily write it because I don't really feel good. It's also a medication update. I went from 20 milligrams of Latuda to 40 now. I'll also be starting Wellbutrin because I'm still like depressed and not really motivated to do anything. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. My house is technically a mess. I've been sleeping on the couch. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And my kitchen looks crazy. But that's because they're kind of working on my kitchen, though. But it's hard. It's really hard. And I don't want all my videos to be like, oh, this and this happened. This happened. I mean, I just really almost gave up. Like, everything I've been working for, I took off work for this. And I'm sitting here like, well, what was the purpose of me taking off work if I'm still going to be in a fucked up, shitty ass mood all the fucking time? Then there's you want me to talk about shit I really don't feel like talking about. I hate being vulnerable because I don't feel like I should always be this vulnerable. Like, I have to be vulnerable in front of people I've never met before. You know, new people come in and out all the time. And they don't know me. So now I'm opening myself to be judged, which is what I hate. I hate being judged. The shit's really fucking hard. Like, how am I supposed to separate all this and just think about myself? Sometimes I feel selfish for crying. And then when I make other people cry, I feel like, oh my God, why are they crying? Stop crying. I guess my overall goal is to get to a point where I can cope with the things that I've been through and the things that I'm going to go through and leave things in the past that are supposed to be left in the past. Whether it's relationships, situations, like, I want to be able to just leave them in the past. But, I mean, I guess it's all a work in process. Like my dad said, you can't drive to Florida in an hour from Chicago. You got to drive the whole 24 hours. But I'm Elise, and I'm suffering with bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, and PTSD.